Before I get started with the festivities, there's a few names I'd like to mention of people who can't be here today. On Sandra's side of the family, Nanny Goodwin, Alan and Mickey. And on Lew's side, Lewis would like to mention his, correct me if I'm wrong, Lew, Ballpark. I'm guessing it's German. Who can't attend for age reasons. And also his Ballmark, who's no longer with us. And he'd also like to raise a toast to his Uncle Nick, who I'm sure is having a drink upstairs.
Hey!
Right.
All right.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Steady.
I'm glad you will stick around for the speech. I was slightly concerned after hearing a few rumours that some people might have to eat and run. I'd like to congratulate Vicky and Lew's parents and everyone else involved in arranging this great day. I'd also like to reiterate what those before me have said. Vicky, you're looking fantastic. Every bit a beautiful bride. Lew, I have to say you're looking sharp, and the patch is looking sublime. I'm sure hair buyers had a bit to do with that. I've been friends with Lew since our school days at Icknield, at which time he was much the same as he is today, really. He never really did grow up. Back then, some of his favourite activities at school included fighting with woodwork tools and running security for the annual school tennis tournament while charging entrance fees. A business venture that his comedy hero, Delboy, would have been proud of. It was after the school years that Lew and I really started to spend a lot of time with each other. And we're brought together by what's common for most 16-year-olds. Beer, football, girls, having a laugh. I'm pleased to say that I can stand here today and say that hasn't changed. Last year, Lew asked me to be his best man, which I was delighted with. And would like to say how much I appreciate it, Lew. And Lew, I think I said to you at the time, you will not regret this, but I think I also said to you, you will regret this. I'd also like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to indulge in one of your favourite activities, a good wind-up. Most of you will be well aware by now that ever since Lewis was a young lad, he's had a glint in his eye, looking to cause mischief. Yes, so I have access to the main photos as well. There's no sign of the patch there, though, is there? What about the old man, though?
Christy Andrews.
He loves to wind people up, and he's got an insatiable appetite for a practical joke. No doubt many of you will have been on the end of his prank calls, his nicknames, his joke mail, and his text to house phones. We've all heard text messages, right? They are read out by Stephen Hawkins, and they all end up in the same strapline, from Simon Godfrey. I step back to this day, still scratches his head in confusion as to why he got a text saying, try to do the voice now, Rupert Fingers a green arse. From Simon Godfrey. sipping on a lager. When Lew was younger, it was rumoured that he always had a good stash of adult material. He knows what's coming up. One particular incident that has been brought to my attention is the time we thought it would be a good idea to post one of said magazines through the door of David and Mary Ring. Specifically leaving it open on the page Maggie from Portland. We'll leave a little bit to the imagination here, but supposedly to say she was 50 plus and hideously rank as an understatement. To this day, Luke, no one knows where it came from. He was too young to buy it over the counter. Was it from his personal collection? Or perhaps he stole it from Chris? Get it over Banana's sandwich. Leave it to right then. Unfortunately for Lew, he has lots of friends and family around him that give as good as they get. It's for this reason that Lew has attracted so many nicknames over the years. Schnarf, Lew Vicky, the Toad,
The Toad.
Pitbull, Batch, Simon Cowell, Luigi, and Grandad, to name but a few. I always thought that the Simon Cowell was to do with a batch, but after seeing this, I'm not so sure. Height. This all came to a head at the stag do when Vicky, the concerned wife in waiting, sent a text at 2 AM asking me to take care of her future husband and bring him back in one piece. I'm sorry, Vicky. I probably didn't provide the reassurance you were looking for when I reminded you that I had one itinerary, but there would be another 20 people turning up with their own agenda. And boy, did we take care of it. But it wouldn't be right to talk about Lewis today and not mention his love of football. Today is a loyal Oxford United fan, following them home and away where possible. Yesterday, a prominent member of the South Midland hit squad. Spending most Saturdays kitted up at Stone Island, freshly pressed Ben Sherman, Lee Cooper jeans, and kickers. And looking to give the likes of Swindon fans a good run around. He's a patriotic England fan who wears his heart on his sleeve. I remember one particular time when on holiday in Cyprus, Goddard and I swam out to a nearby island. And we were snorkeling around, and suddenly all the fish started due to some commotion on the surface. So we look up to see Lew orchestrating a pedalo, dressed head to toe in England gear. The shirt, the shorts, hat, and even the flip-flops. He looked like he just cut a deal down that Sports Direct. every bit of stereotypical Brit brawl. But these loyalties have not always been the same though, have they, Lew? There is evidence that Lew did not always have his heart set on Oxford. The Liverpool birthday cake. I've seen evidence of him in an Arsenal shirt, albeit the picture went stray somewhere. But Lew, most surprising of the lot, what's this? Is that Germany? Oh dear. No wonder Chris spent so much time in the garden over the years. You've been tearing up the glass with Clifton dogs, haven't you? And what's that song you always sing about German bombers and the RAF from England shooting them down? Let's hope they're not a good shot, eh? the nickname Lew Vicky suddenly makes a lot more sense. He's had us all fooled. He literally loves Germany and everything about it. So we're very sure that Vicky's the right one to keep Lewis in check and stop him from getting a German passport. And seeing as Lew has given me this opportunity today to speak on his wedding day, it only seems right that I should offer some advice which will hopefully aid a smooth transition into married life. So I'm going to offer up a thought on something that Lew needs and something he could do without. So what does he need? Well, beer plays a large part in Lewis's life. So Vicky, if you could please allow, firstly, adequate space in the fridge in which to store his lager. You'll be selling off his masculinity if he could puff his chest out on the walk to the fridge to get a beer, one of his favourite bit burger for the lads. Secondly, he needs a beer in during photos. This is how you make him smile for the camera. Thirdly, don't stunt his creativity. Let him daydream about the subtle ways he can enjoy a beer midweek. In the past, he's floated the idea of becoming a professional dance player, which obviously involves a fair bit of club time. Also, there's been talk of his own allotment. Trust me, it's certainly not about the veggie he grows. Couple of deck chairs, 4-pack if you quiet ones, more to the point. Then again, Lew, perhaps I've got you all wrong. And what about something he doesn't need? Well, Lew, if you know Lew well, you would have realised by now that pets would not be a problem for him. Lew's fear of animals all started from a young age, when he wouldn't go near the family rabbit, let alone pick it up. He's had run-ins with dogs down the years. And so out of the kindness of my heart, I thought I would help Lewis to overcome his fears and put them to bed before embarking on married life. More specifically, on Lew's stag do, as a lot of you will be well aware, we set him up with a nice friendly encounter with a bull. On the day before, he seems to be taking it all in his stride as he posed for pictures with mock-up bulls, and he was all smiles. Come of the hour, come of the man. Lew coped admirably with the task, never wavering, cool, calm and collected, until a knackered bull walked tail between his legs, back to bed, to sleep off an afternoon of intense running away from Lew. Okay. So that might have been a slight twist on reality. Just before. And during. Nobby, on the other hand, was offered a matador apprenticeship for which he duly celebrated with a fish and 5 creme caramels. 7 creme caramels. So there you have it. I've put in my recommendations, which I hope Vicky will make a note of. If not, I'm sure Steve will. Please allow pets, definitely not. On a personal note, and I'm sure everybody here today will agree with me, I know that you and Vicky will make a fantastic couple, and I can see nothing but happiness for you two in the future together. I'm sure it won't be long before there are little patches running around causing bother. As I'm not a married man myself, it's difficult for me to give advice on the do's and don'ts and the reasons for marriage. But I was once told this, something that I think rings very true. Marriage isn't about finding the person you can live with. Marriage is about finding someone you can't live without. And I'm proud to say this is certainly the case for you and Vicky. So on that note, I'd like everyone to raise your glasses for a toast. I'd like to toast the happy couple.